Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So today I present you one of the most frequently requested video ideas over the course of my channel, and it is called Texas Hold'em Poker. And today I present you a simplified version of Texas Hold'em. It is not completely automated, but I will show you how it works. And I'm really proud of this contraption since it took a long way of designing it and thinking about all the different tasks it has to fulfill, but we will cover that in the video. So, and as a small spoiler alert, at some point I will release a subscriber special in the future where we have a fully functioning, hugely complex, automated Texas Hold'em poker. But for now I present you this simple one since it's also very convenient, very nice. It's functional, it works for 6 players and 1 dealer, and yeah, most of the tasks are automated. You just have to place your bets and stuff like this. And in the first part of this video, I will show you how each circuit here in the background works, go all over them, and in the second part, we will build it block by block together, and this machine works in all versions of Minecraft, doesn't matter which version you're playing. So, but first of all, before we start it, I have to go to the thinking process. What went into thinking in designing this machine? So we have 4 different suits for the playing cards. So we have 13 of the spades cards. So we have 2 all the way to 10, Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. We have the same for hearts, looks like this, and clubs and diamonds. So that's our Unicode symbols, as you can see here, and they're just renamed papers on the anvil. That's how you get the cards. And we have, of course, 54 cards per deck, and this machine uses 3 decks. In total, you could increase or decrease that, but 3 is like a trade-off between, hey, you have 6 cards like in the real casinos, or you have like 2 cards with those shady casinos where you can count the cards. But yeah, just went with 3. And there's also a possibility to bet, like with, for example, renamed discs. And they just resemble poker chips whatsoever. Yeah, just came up with that idea. And you, of course, you can use my diamonds to item converter or item to diamond converter. I'll link to you in the info card section of getting those by yourself. So now let's try it out how it works. So conveniently with this resource pack, we can have like numbers on note blocks, and that's what I just used there. So if you pitch them, they just show you which pitch they are in, and I just use that. Otherwise you just had to use signs or stuff like this, but for this video it just resembles very well where the players are sitting. So just for example, imagine there are just player 2 and player 5 playing, so only 2 players and 1 dealer. So we need to adjust now player 5 and player 2, they're both in here. And of course this only works in survival Minecraft if you trust each player. If you don't trust your friends, don't play with them poker on this table. It's just very convenient to play with this machine, but it basically doesn't stop your friends from like stealing your bets or cheating, stuff like this, you know. So first we have to select the players, then we have to insert 1 diamond, and then there will be a timer started. As we can see here, we just move 16 items here to the left, and then we move them back. And by doing so, all players can of course take their seat and chill, get started, place their blinds. And then at some point we will receive our poker cards. So in this case we got 9 diamonds and 6 hearts, so very bad hand. And the other player just got 10 and 10, so yeah, 1 pair, that's not too bad. And now since all the players, like all the selected players now received their cards, I will now be the dealer. I know I shouldn't have all the cards, but you get the idea. Now I am the dealer. The dealer just right clicks the note block in the middle, or if in survival Minecraft you can also hit it, doesn't really matter. And after some time we get the first 3 cards, which is 10, and we got 9 and 8. So 10, 9, 8. Yeah, would be very nice for a street, but as player, what is it called, 5? Yeah, as player 5 has 2 10s, he already has 3 of a kind, which is, yeah, really nice hand. So now the next card will be basically the dealer now just places the cards in here so all people can see it. And next up we just want to have the 4th card, so we just hit it once more. Then we get the 4th one. As we can see here, oh, it's another 8, and it's the same 8 again. And yeah, now all the people can bet again, and we just receive our last card, the 5th one. Let's get the fifth one. It is a queen and diamonds, so that's our, yeah, that's very well set up for straight. But you get the idea. Basically, you have to display that as a dealer, and you could have up to 6 people betting around these cards. So then we just remove them, and after we're done, we're just placing them into this return playing cards here. So we return all the cards as we're trusting all our players. Everyone can look at it, so all cards are in now. And we basically flush them into the system. As we can see here, they're just getting flushed back and get recycled into the decks and randomly distributed for the next round. So with that explained, let's look into the details of how this machine works. So first of all, we have to insert a diamond. That's completely up to you if you want to do that. And then we just activate this T flip-flop with droppers. We move the item to the left, and I will show you how that works. So now we just go to the simulating table, which is much easier to explain since we have here chests and the cards are not popping out of the floor. So if we want, for example, all 6 players to participate, just do all those basically levers. If we, for example, just don't want to player 2 and 5, but the remaining ones, you can see here in the background, the yellow circuits just activate in a triangular shape, so that only these players receive a card and not the other ones. So as we flip those two, all the pistons are extended and the signal can travel through all those blocks. So with that explained, we can now insert a diamond. And by doing so, each player will receive 2 cards. And that will happen after this clock here basically, or this timer, hits 0, and then we get 2 ticks here too. So first signal and second signal. That's the 2 cards. So now all the cards are successfully transferred to the top. As we can see here, we have 2 cards for each of the 6 players, since we selected all of them here on our wall. And yeah, of course the dealer does not receive any cards so far, since the players have to put in the blinds and also the bets, so the dealer cannot like spoil all the other players by saying, hey, these cards are there, and the dealer doesn't know yet. So with that said, we now look at the card shuffling. As soon as we hit this T flip-flop here, we activate this comparator, we indicate it with a sound, and we also activate these pistons, activating this very fast observer clock here. And that's the randomization system I'm really proud of. Let's get there. And as we can see here, if I look at one of those droppers, the cards are getting shuffled pretty heavily. So we have here like randomization going on all the time. As we can look here on the cards, they're just constantly changing. Yeah, you get the idea basically. We move the cards pretty heavily between all those droppers. They completely randomize them. And that's where we flush the cards afterwards, so they return into the system and getting randomized again. So you can also don't trick the system, since the cards are constantly randomizing, and depending on how long it takes for all the players to bet, like the cards will be in a different configuration, as you can see here. So now I want to explain more circuits. So as we can see here by this red circuit, I already explained where we get the 2 pulses for the first 2 cards. We have here just a 2-tick pulse that deactivates this torch, deactivates the repeater, and just shortly depowers that hopper here. So if I, for example, would depower that manually, just exactly 1 single card will get transferred from the top dropper into this hopper line, and the hopper lines just reach the corresponding dropper elevators. And as soon as I, for example, hit, this bottom dropper here and move 1 item in, the comparator will detect it, the observer will detect the lamp, and it will transfer the diamond up into the chest. So that's how the cards get to the players. We have here also in the middle this note block for the dealer, and the note block is just linked here to this orange output, as we can see here with that observer, and the signal just travels across like this, all the way down there, and right in here. So as we can see here with this torch, we just activate in the blue circuit in addition to 1 card. So that's why the dealer gets 3 cards. The first one is just by normally activating the orange circuit. That's card 2 and 3 are activated with the blue one, which is a supporting circuit. The blue one is just 1 card, and after like 8 ticks another card, basically. That's what the blue one does. And I will show you the dealer's card now by just right clicking the note block here. And we can see we got the first card, and now, yeah, just it's very fast. We get the second one and the third one with that blue circuit here. And if I go up to the surface, we can see here very well, oh, we have 2 times the same queen. Very nice. So it's completely random what dealer gets, so that would be the 3 cards for the dealer. As we click it then another time, it won't get us another 3 cards, since this T flip-flop here just activates once, and just giving us once 2 extra cards. So the next time I activate it, we just activated here this torch here in the middle. Yeah, it was already too fast. But you get the idea. We just activate it once more, and the 5th time, which will give us the last and 5th card. Let's wait for the 5th card. It is now here. So that's basically how the system works. We have some supporting systems in place and some foolproofing systems. So as we activate the machine, or basically as the machine is deactivated, this redstone torch will be on. So it will also power this piston down there, and preventing us from just going to the poker table like so. I can show it you in the other version. Just preventing us from like spamming this here. Doesn't really do anything, since this piston here is activated, as we can see here, and no signal will get transferred through. So as soon as you start the game, you can hit that button in the middle, but otherwise it's not possible. So as I will show you now how the recycling system of the cards works. So we just grab all the cards like so, and we just put them here into our recycling barrel. And as soon as we hit the button, we will just hit this pulse extender here with 1 pulse. We also hit the reset circuit, and the reset circuit just resets our 2 additional card giving mechanism and our T flip-flop from the beginning to reset the piston to insert another diamond. So, and yeah, also flushing the cards will reset the game. If you do that, if any player like feels funny and resets it, it will just reset the game completely. And yeah, it could mess up the card order quite a bit. So we just press the button, and as we can see here, the cards will now get, where can I see it? Yeah, as we can see here, they just fill up this barrel here. It empties the top barrel, and after a small adjustment, yeah, the last card is also gone. I just had to lengthen the pulse once more to prevent that from happening ever again. But basically our cards are now stored in here in this barrel, and will get recycled as soon as the next card, the next game will be started. So just do it this time again with player 4, 5 and 2. Let's hit it in there. And as we can see here, all the cards, super fast, all the cards will get recycled into the system. And as soon as we get any cards on the top, the timer will enable the system to process all the cards first, randomize them, and then after a certain amount of time we'll get new cards. So it doesn't matter which cards you played last round, you can get the same, like literally the same card once more. So that's how random the system works. And yeah, that's also a very nice feature. So yeah, let's reset the system once more. Let's deactivate everything. And yeah, with that explained, I will get now into the block by block tutorial. So welcome to the block by block tutorial. And I just pre-built here a section again. And don't be scared by that, I will go all over the details in a second. So first of all, we're going to need a 12 by 17 platform, 12 in that direction, 17 in this direction. After 11 blocks, we'll hit this here. So 12 blocks it is until we hit this white wall. 11 until we hit here this framing. So the frame, yeah, I just built that. Here we have just some smooth quartz blocks, some stairs, some levers, some signs and so on. Can pause the video at any point to build this part. We have also the poker table here in the middle. It is just 4 blocks away from each side and 3 blocks away from the wall. So yeah, then I just replaced this slabs here with chests so we can see it working afterwards a little bit easier. Yeah, we also have some note blocks here, and we also have some droppers just beneath the slabs / chests facing upwards, and a note block in the middle of the table. So we get access to this note block here with 1 observer, and all the other droppers are just facing downwards, and we can just build now some dropper columns all the way to the top. As we can see here, that's the one for the dealer. And that's for all the remaining players, like this. Oh, that's not right, like this. So that's our dropper columns. And don't forget to, basically this is player 6, this is player 5, this is player 4. Here we're gonna have player 3, player 2 and player 1. That's important to sync those player signs up afterwards. So then I just placed in here a hopper facing to the left, which is pre-configured to 1 diamond, 18 secretly named items, 3 other secretly named items. The other dropper downwards is facing to the right into this barrel here. Here we're gonna have a comparator, 2 pieces of redstone, repeater and a torch. Here we're gonna have a T flip-flop. In the right dropper we have an X, they're facing each other. This one is empty. A magenta wool, redstone on top, comparator, torch and piston with a diamond. As soon as we place in here 1 diamond, we will activate the piston, and now we're just deactivating it again and resetting it. So that's everything set up. Next we're going to remove this block here and block down like so with a redstone dust. Then we're gonna go in the other direction with a repeater. Here we're gonna place in a node block, just set it to pitch 5 and iron block beneath. Then we're just gonna block down once more with some redstone dust. Repeater set to 2 ticks, sticky piston block, repeater set to 2 ticks, another block, and here we're gonna have a torch, this configuration, another torch, and here we're gonna have a comparator, hopper facing into a hopper, composters on top, and in the first one we need to get 16 items, like so. Okay, now we're gonna have here a comparator. We're gonna have here a redstone torch. We're gonna have a repeater, sticky piston, another repeater. And here we're gonna move to red wool. So we're gonna have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Redstone, redstone, a pass extender like so. Here another repeater, and here we're just gonna grab ourselves an observer and face this repeater. Next we're gonna set here 3 blocks, here 3 blocks. We're gonna have redstone right there. We're gonna get ourselves a slab. Doesn't really matter which slab it is. Just go with any, just get redstone there as well. And, just get a repeater there as well. And then we're just gonna grab some more repeaters. Then we're gonna have just space, repeaters set to 2 ticks, sticky pistons, repeaters set to 2 ticks, blocks on top those sticky pistons, and yeah, here we're just gonna have a redstone torch like so, and there we're gonna have another row of repeaters. And here we finally have our blocks that will block the hoppers. So for the hoppers, we're just gonna start here on the right. So the most outer one is player 6. So it has to go to, what is it? Yeah, this destination here, so 5, 4. So that is 4. So that's fine if we do it like this. And this is gonna be player 4. So that's player 4. And we also have to get player 4 now a comparator as well as this player here. We're gonna need a lamp like that. Some observers looking at this exact lamp and some observers looking at those other observers. So then we're just gonna add in this configuration here, 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 and here as well. So that's our towers. So just gonna repeat it for all of those lamps. And the last one. Again, just face the observers. Face the observers. And so on. So with that done, we have now player 4 hooked up. We want now player 5 hooked up. We're gonna go in between like this. That's player 5, and that will be player 6, like this. So now I'm gonna grab some composters as well. Just make sure to cover all the hoppers to reduce lag, and also to prevent people from accidentally inserting any items in there, messing up our system. So now the dealer is a little bit different. So we have here another repeater like this. So we can completely copy this like so. Here we're gonna have another repeater set to 2 ticks. And here we just gonna place, oh sorry, that's not right. So here we're gonna just place some of the orange wool like that. And that will be now our blue circuit. Let's grab very fast just the blue wool. That will be our blue circuit afterwards. That will come directly from right here. With some redstone. And just going there. Placing here 2 repeaters. 3 repeaters. And here just a block to prevent it from connecting. And here also we're gonna need a torch. It should now power this piston, like so. And we're gonna go up like this from the top afterwards. So then we're gonna need the same configuration here in the middle. We're just gonna get it there from the left, like so. Just make sure to place in all the hoppers correctly. Like this. So then we can start now from the other way around. So this hopper now needs to go right here. Then we're gonna go in there. Like this. And last but not least, we have to go, oh, we made a mistake on the other side. I just figured out. Very sorry for this, but I have to we have basically those 2 hopper lines getting in the same dropper. That's not correct. Of course, we need to go in there like that. So each dropper tower is getting its own hopper feed tape. So just cover everything. So each of these outputs, so this is player 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, should go into the corresponding towers for the players which are indicated here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the dealer. So the dealer just gets it from the middle. Then we also gonna grab ourselves here the orange wool. We can already place in the dealer's redstone circuitry. Yeah, it will be there, but first of all we need to build the randomization system. Next up we're gonna grab a sticky piston and we're gonna place it right here. Place 3 observers, replace the first one, place it the other direction, and if they meet they will power continuously a clock. Then we're gonna place this U shape here, which is exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks long. Just cover it in redstone as so. And then we're gonna start in with the droppers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the first system. That's the system done. And then we're just gonna go with the hopper and a barrel in between. And here we're just gonna place in all our items first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 hoppers is enough for all the decks. As we can see now, I just can grab those chests. With the first deck, the second, third, and the fourth, I just have the MBT tags copied to those chests. So as we place like 3 decks per chest, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they're just, as you can see here, all the different decks, cards. So they now just fill up to the brim, and now we just manually will trigger this system by just, like placing here an observer, and at some point the clicking noise should get away as all the droppers just distribute the items. It can take a while, but just keep the system running for now. That's fine. Next up, we're gonna need to wire all the selectors. So as we get to player 6, starting from the left here now, we need right here some wires. So, and like so. And we're also gonna need the pistons that are facing right into those blocks here. Sorry, into those blocks here. So just put the pistons like this. And the blocks like that. And from here on, you can just place in 4 more blocks. Repeaters. And some more blocks. Like that. Just wire everything up. Now for the bottom lines. For the bottom lines, we're just gonna go down here in the bottom. You don't need those slabs. They're just a relict of the old designing times and designing phases. And here we're just gonna connect everything up like this. Perfect. So now the selection system is also done. So since all the card distributing is now done, we can remove that observer, and we can see that nothing here is left. All the cards are distributed into the system, all the 3 decks. So here are all the decks. So now let's bridge over like this. Make sure if you're in Java to place repeaters here above those droppers, otherwise they will mess a little bit around, which is not really very nice. And then we're just gonna go down with a 2-tick pulse like this. So that should do the trick. Yes, that's nice. So next up, we're gonna insert the blue circuit, and for the blue circuit, we're just gonna go right to the sticky piston here. Go 1 to the right, 1 to the right, and place here a wool. Then we're gonna have 2 droppers facing into each other. In the left one, we're gonna place any item, doesn't really matter. And now we're gonna get our signal right from here. Oh, that was not good. That was not good. I think I'm now depowered. This was just a hopper. It's fine. So then some more repeaters going on here. And here we're just gonna go right into this block. And we have to remove those 2 repeaters, sorry, and place in a block and a torch, and now move the item back to its original position. So then we're gonna need here a magenta wool with some redstone attached to it. So let's block up here a little bit, like this. So we can finally merge those 2 lines. Then we're gonna have here a repeater, a comparator, torch, another torch on top. And here we're just gonna place in this kind of L shape. Then we're gonna have another 3 blocks, 2 sticky pistons with some blocks on top. Here we're gonna have no repeater delay. Here we're gonna have 2, just do it like this. Two full repeater delays, 1 single tick delay. Here we're gonna have 2 ticks, and here we're gonna have 2 ticks, and we just merge those 2 lines together like so. Make sure to prevent them from connecting and just connect this all into this orange line. Next, we're gonna place in the gray circuit. So the gray circuit will need to power this redstone dust here, and it will have to do so by using here 2 repeater delays, repeaters set to full delay. Here we're gonna have some redstone dust going on, And here on top, we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, sorry, it's the other way around, really unfortunate. Here we're gonna need gray wool, here we're gonna need a redstone dust, and to prevent everything from connecting up like this. Ah, sorry, we don't need to prevent that. Then we're gonna grab the magenta circuit and have here repeater, 2 ticks, piston, block, 2 ticks. Sorry, that should be 2. And just bring it all the way around where we meet up with this circuit here. So we have your repeater, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, just place it there, doesn't really matter. That's a very short distance anyway now. So with that done, we can finally start. So we can now, yeah, just set all the players to function, place in our diamond, and look at the clock here, or the timer ticking. Then we should get 2 tick pulses, or 2 pulses, sorry, spaced apart. First one, second one, perfect. We should get a bunch of cards now. Let's see, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there, perfect. Dealer chest is still empty, so if we hit the note block once, yeah, we get all our remaining 3 cards, I think. Let's try to do it. Yes, perfectly. And also here the clock is running where all the randomization is going on. So last card, oh sorry, second to last card. Also remove my inventory now. That will be right here. And the last card, as we can see right here, perfect. So yeah, the poker distributing, the card distributing is working great. Just collect all those cards and we're gonna recycle them into the system. So let's put them in. Let's hit the flush button and let's see if it works out nicely. Perfect. Everything is flushed down. Everything is waiting to be recycled for the next round. And as the next player hits in the next diamond, we can of course redistribute them and re-randomize them back into the system. So with that done, yeah, everything reset correctly. All the T flip-flops are correct, reset. This comparator's off. Perfect. Very nice build. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep liking. Really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.